Knock out cancer with Pink Lily Cancer Care. Join us for the Pink Lily Know the Signs 2014 Walkathon on Saturday the 18th of October at 6 a.m. from Chickenstone, Gingerland, Nevis to Penny's Beach. Your delicious post-op breakfast will be served at Sunshines, generously catered by Errol Pemberton and Bodies Cafe, with musical entertainment by Livy Liebird. Prizes for the first man, woman, child, oldest and youngest registered participants, plus raffles and giveaways. Register on Tuesday the 14th and Friday the 17th of October in Memorial Square, Charlestown, Nevis, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your registration, t-shirt, bandana, breakfast ticket and free entry to the Know the Signs raffle. Only 45 EC for adults and 35 for children. Together we walk, together we can knock out cancer. Help raise funds to open a Pink Lily Cancer Awareness and Support Centre and employ full-time staff in Nevis to provide quality cancer care services for the men, women, children and families of St Kitts and Nevis. Be cancer aware, know the signs. For more information, call 869 664 3306 or email us. Together we remember, together we walk, together we learn, together we support. Knock out cancer and save more precious lives in St Kitts and Nevis. The early detection of cancer saves lives.
Hello everyone, I am Akiesha Fergus, the reigning Miss Culture Queen 2014-2015, and I am promoting cancer awareness. It is a delight to partner with the Pink Lily Cancer Care, and I am speaking with Lea Parris, the founder and chief executive of Pink Lily, and Lea is also a breast cancer survivor. Lea, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
I understand that you have Nevisian heritage, but you spend most of your time in the UK. Tell us a little bit about that and your journey.
Right, well yes, my heritage is part from Nevis. My father's from Nevis and my mother's Irish, and I grew up in the UK. However, I spent between 7 and 11 years in Nevis prior to my return just 5 years ago. Okay. And I'm due to come back home to Nevis next April.
Okay, so is it an annual visit?
This time round, I'm here to basically launch our campaign, our Knock Out Cancer Know the Signs campaign, and obviously be here for our annual walkathon.
I know that you are a breast cancer survivor. What support did you receive from your family when you were diagnosed?
The family were amazing, and our situation was quite unique because my mother and I were diagnosed with cancer within 2 weeks of each other.
Really?
Yeah, so it was down to us as the women and the mothers of the family to first of all tell the children and then the family about it, and then provide that reassurance that we felt okay within ourselves. Okay. And that we would all get through it together. It would be business as usual.
Okay, so how did they take it?
I had one son at the time, and he was 17, and he was a little scared. However, the moment I told him that everything would be okay because God is going to look over me and watch over me, he was fine.
So you mentioned you're going to have a walk. Can you give us the date, the timing?
The walkathon is on Saturday the 18th of October. It starts at 6 a.m. and that's going to be from Chickenstone in Gingerland near the Eva Wilkin Gallery. There's just the opening there, and we will walk all the way down through the Island Main Road, in through town, the old hospital road, and then onto the beach, and we'll be having breakfast at Sunshines. And we'll be registering on Tuesday the 14th and Friday the 17th in Memorial Square between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m.
So how much is the registration?
The registration is 45 EC for adults and 35 for children, and that registration gives you a lovely t-shirt, a bandana and breakfast on the beach and a free entry into the raffle.
Wow, okay, what are you raffling?
We have a variety of prizes, so it's a surprise. We'll have to wait to be on the beach to get those.
Okay, what is the theme for this year?
This year's theme is Knock Out Cancer, Know the Signs, and this is where we're highlighting the signs and symptoms to several different types of cancers that affect men, women and children at any time. And that could be something like if you've had a cough for maybe 3 weeks, or for men they might have noticed that they've had differences in urinating, either frequency or urgency urinating, abnormal bleeding, there's finding lumps. So we're basically identifying the different signs and symptoms for several different types of cancers, and then what to do. When you notice something different about your body, you go to the doctor, which is obviously very important, and to get support, they can contact Pink Lily, and we're there to provide emotional, practical and spiritual support.
What other events are you having this month?
We always acknowledge that October is the month for breast cancer awareness, and we always acknowledge that. However, Pink Lily has adopted the month of October, and we raise awareness of all cancers in that month. So, but specifically this month, we're concentrating on the talks that are going on island-wide and the walkathon. So it's really two main activities this month.
Why did you choose that theme for this year?
I felt it was important to let people know that there was more to cancer than lumps, which everyone hears about lumps. So, I wanted them to raise awareness of early detection saves lives. So it's about knocking out cancer by being educated. So we need to educate ourselves on all the different signs and symptoms. We ultimately have to take responsibility for our own health. And so by understanding, number one, what your body is like normally, and then identifying any changes based on the education we provide. So I thought it would be really fitting that this helps us to knock out cancer. And so our campaign, we actually have a boxer's robe and boxer's gloves. So that's a little entertaining for our audiences who aren't expecting it, and I'm giving it away. But that really puts across the message that we are here to knock out cancer.
Okay, that's really good.
So let us check
Knock out cancer! Knock out cancer!
How would you rate the progress of Pink Lily since its inception?
Well, I'd have to say that we most definitely have been reaching out to a lot of people. A couple of years ago, we did a campaign called it's the BSP, it's the breast screening program, and we raised money to screen 200 women in Nevis. So we provided pre-counselling, which educated them on, number one, what is cancer, and for them to understand what their breast looks like inside and out, and then to identify any changes. We also explained what it was like to have a mammogram, what the machine would be like, and then that prepared the ladies to go over to St Kitts and have their mammograms. And then we provided post-counselling for anyone in the event that they had been diagnosed with the cancer. And then we've been going around the island, but I'd say how I can measure it, other than the breast screening program, is the walkathon. The awareness to the general public is that every year we're receiving more and more participation, which it warms my heart to see that. So from 200 walkers to 300 to 400, and so this year we're looking forward to 500 walkers. And so I can measure it in that way based on how many walkers we're getting, and that's how many more people are becoming aware, and also being stopped in the street. That's another thing. I get stopped in the supermarket, get stopped in the street, and more people are talking about it, and other organisations are formed, and they're actually talking, which is independent of Pink Lily. And so although it's like we planted the seed, and then other people are doing their own things, and I encourage that. And so I said, and survivors are coming out and talking about it, whereas before they weren't really, they wanted to keep it private.
So who are your main supporters?
We have a variety of supporters, and so every year, of the Nevis being small, we can't exhaust the different sponsors. So, but we've had pretty much, a lot of the main businesses: Four Seasons, TDC, Striker's Car Rental, with obviously the rental of the Jeep. We've got Deliel Walwyn, and they're also with us, supporting us this year. Bank of Nevis, RBTT, Scotia. So all the main, the main businesses in Nevis have been really supportive of us in one way or another, and we hope for that to continue.
Is there a membership for Pink Lily?
We don't have what we call like an official membership where people pay annual membership subscription. We do have volunteers, and that's how we can be involved with Pink Lily. Anyone can be involved with Pink Lily, and we do appeal for that, from things like you can have any skills and talents that you can bring, then we welcome that, from administration skills, graphic design skills, because obviously we need to design our t-shirts all the time, or our posters and our awareness material, or care and support, spiritual support. So obviously we have people who are going through cancer, we have people who are dying from cancer. So, you know, we have different levels: awareness, support and fundraising. So if you want to do public speaking and you want to help spread the message of cancer awareness, you can come on board and we'll train you up to be a presenter. Or you want to do support volunteering, so we will then train you up also how to provide tender loving care to our clients. Or you want to go the fundraising side and you enjoy organising things and project management, you might want to do fashion. We had one of our volunteers, Zelma, she called me up and she said, I'm into poetry and I'm into fashion, I'd like to do an event for Pink Lily. And so she joined us and she did the poetry and fashion last week. That was all her brains. That was her baby, and we all just got together and, you know, we just organised it together. But that was her vision. And so anyone, whatever your skills and talents are, there's, you know, or you might have other ideas for fundraising, and it's about just all coming together. And we just welcome anyone who is committed to the cause, who believes and understands how important confidentiality is, and that's obviously our support clients. But we just welcome anyone who wants to come and, you know, even if they call what we call flexitarian, even if they don't want to help for one event, then we welcome any kind of help.
How does Pink Lily reach out to our men of our nation?
I'm glad you asked me that question, because people often see Pink Lily and automatically they think it's about women. And I can understand why they may have thought about that, because it was originally Pink Lily Breast Cancer Care because of my own personal experience. But on discovering that there was no support for any other type of cancer for men or children, we decided to drop the breast and open it up to support all types of cancers for men, women and children. But I didn't think it was appropriate to change the name because everyone was kind of used to it. But we can see that we can take it on another angle for men, that they can see the colour pink as a nurturing mother kind of thing. But we reach out to men by the talks that we do, and so I emphasise, you know, about the types of cancer that can affect men, like testicular cancer, prostate cancer, and also indicate that men can get breast cancer too. The literature that we provide is also including men, and Pink Lily supports the clinic that Dr. Thwaites does every beginning of the year. So we go up to the hospital and we distribute all information for men on their testicular cancer and their prostate cancer. And we would encourage men to come on board with Pink Lily, because it would be nice for men to have another man talking about cancer awareness to them. So, but in our, you know, I believe that we still have a way to go to encourage our men, because men are the worst at going to the doctors, and they do tend to ignore their aches and pains, and they are very macho men, you know, so they do tend to ignore their aches and pains and think it will go away. But we need to stress the point that they need to take notice of any aches and pains that they have, especially if they're persistent.
Given my platform as Miss Culture, how can I help?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, and I'm really happy that you want to help, because in your capacity over the next 12 months, number one, young ladies are going to be looking at you, but I'm sure a lot of young men are going to be looking at you too, and so that would be the platform that you could actually help raise awareness by, in your activities throughout your year, that you do take every opportunity to reach our young men by talking to them about the importance as sons, as husbands, as grandparents, you know, grandfathers, how you, as a granddaughter, as a daughter, as a sister, that you want to encourage our young men and let them know how important they are to us, that they must be cancer aware.
I have been thinking to have a car wash fundraiser, and the proceeds would go to Pink Lily. What do you think about that?
Oh, I'm very pleased to hear that. That's lovely. That's lovely. And again, in your capacity, when people see you, are you going to have your crown on?
No, because I'll be washing cars, so I'll be getting dirty.
Okay, but no, in that capacity, again, seeing you raising awareness, and again, you'll be encouraging men, because a lot of men have their cars, and who wouldn't want you to be washing their car? That's an image that I'm sure they won't see every day. So, yeah, and of course you'll have, you know, a t-shirt on. Perfect, absolutely lovely.
Okay then, I'll try to do that sometime this month in October for a fact.
Brilliant.
So we'll be having a fundraiser, a car wash fundraiser soon.
I'll be there.
Okay. You mentioned you're going to be having a walk for this event. Give us a little bit more details on that again, please.
Well, this is where we're going to have a really nice treat, because first of all, we've got the registration. We must remind everyone about the registration, because without everyone registering, we're not going to have anyone on the beach, and we want everyone on the beach. So registration is Tuesday the 14th, Friday the 17th of October between 10 and 5 in Memorial Square in Charlestown. And then they're going to start the walk at Chickenstone at 6 a.m, end up on Pinny's Beach at Sunshines, where they'll be greeted by loud music, DJ music from Livy Liebird. We'll have a delicious breakfast which is catered by Errol Pemberton and Bodies Cafe, and the Pink Lily volunteers will be helping. We have lovely singer Rihanna, and she's going to be singing a song in remembrance of our loved ones who we've lost. And then we'll be releasing some balloons into the air, and the balloons will have, everyone can buy the balloons, and they will then can write down the names of their loved ones, and then those balloons will be released up into the sky.
Wow.
And then we'll be having entertainment, interviews, and we're actually doing a competition, as well as the winners receiving their prizes for first man, first woman, first child, eldest and the youngest participants. They'll all receive a prize. We are having a little quiz on the beach, which is the Know the Signs, Knockout Cancer Know the Signs quiz, and they will win some prizes there. So we've got a few nice little giveaways and announcements, and then obviously we'll have a doctor who will give us a little bit of their obviously advice, which is always important.
Very. Wow.
So it's going to be an entertaining day all around, and everyone has so much fun. You know, it's around about 5K, and if you see from previous years, and I have the footage, the laughter, the talking, the remembrance, it's a time that you're seeing everyone come together for the cause of cancer, and it warms my heart to see so many more people coming out every year, and you know, and they've got someone to remember. Some of them are coming out in support, because you never know when it's going to touch you, and we just need to be more aware. But it's going to be a fabulous day.
Okay. And I'm hoping that it would be a great turnout, maybe 500
or more even. We had more than we expected last year. That we ran out of t-shirts and we ran out of food. So when there was still a queue left, one of the volunteers said, "Look at the queue, we haven't got enough food." And so Cindy and I had to jump in our jeeps, drive into town, and basically attack every vendor we saw and take everything that they had, because we obviously need to feed these people who have just walked all the way from Gingerland. So if that happens again this year, then it can only be a blessing, because that means more and more people are becoming aware. And we had a lot more men walking last year as well.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I remembered something. Pink wigs. We like to add a little fun element to Pink Lily and all of our events. And so we've got 3 different styles of pink wigs. A nice big afro curly one. We have a short bob one to here, and we have a longer one for those who like to be a little bit more glamorous.
Do you have to purchase them?
So they are for purchase, because this year, unfortunately, we didn't get as much sponsorship as we would normally do. We didn't get any major sponsors, so that meant that Pink Lily had to pay for the t-shirts, the bandanas, the breakfast, and so we're basically only going to be recouping the costs of the materials. And also, so I thought a little way that we can raise some extra money is by selling the wigs and also the balloons.
How much?
The wigs are going for $35. So and the balloons are as a minimum charge for the balloons. It's a very small amount for the balloons.
All right, that day seems to be a very good day. It's going to be a good day.
Every year we have to get bigger and better, so we can't stay in the same place. We have to evolve and progress and make it more fun and more interesting and appeal to younger people, because again we need to start educating our people from a very early age.
Okay. I would just like to thank Lea Parris and also the volunteers for their hard work in the Pink Lily Foundation. I am inviting everyone to come on out on Tuesday the 14th and also Friday the 17th at the Charlestown Memorial Square. I will be there on Tuesday the 14th, and we can register together, we can share stories, and we can have fun. Lea, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I guess I'll see you on Tuesday. 14th.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
And also the walk.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you there.
Okay then.
Restore your health to the way that